ends in this next 3 races. First up, qualifying heats for Groups A versus E. Very simple situation for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Whistle blown. It is 17:30 here at the circuit, and it's time for the qualifying heats, the last one for Groups A and E. Let's take you through the grid. On pole position, Danny Caronini for Zanchi Motorsports, TB Karts, Christian Biasati alongside on the front row. Juan Aluya is the only non-Italian in the top 3 rows. He's on row 2 alongside Roberto Castellozzi. It's an all-Italian row 3 as well, with Andrea Pirovano alongside former IWF winner Alex Lagetza. Lewis Bird and Kuyo Lee start on row 4, Artaval Saw and Connor Grant on row 5. Niklas Simic and Emmanuel Leodikis start on row 6. Kevin Bress has been impressive today, starts on row 7, alongside the driver who was on the podium last time out in Spain, Ruben Moya. Cahal Clark and Maximiano da Silva start on row 8. Gustav Wisniewski and Eden Spandwick start on row 9. Robbie Buckley and Hamza El Fayez complete the top 20 on row 10. And starting in the second half of the field, Vilma Svan on row 11 alongside Hugo Jalade. Luca Horton and Alex Machado on row 12. Miguel Silva and Kilian Boss on row 13. Rafael Rajani and Luca Montebello on row 14. Elia Weiss and Luna Claret on row number 15. Milan Marchak and Austin Gale on row 16. 34 karts in the field, completed by row 17, Dylan Patel and Juan Pablo Girard. Although Juan Pablo Girard does not take the start, so 33 runners here for these last races in X30 Senior. A lot to be decided, Anthony Jordan, but the job for Caronini, quite simple. It is indeed, if he finishes in the top 4, he will take pole position for Superheat A, on the basis that Biasate does at the moment have 4. If they were to be tied up on points, it would go back to that timed qualifying on Friday, and Caronini would take the advantage, having been fastest of anyone in X30 Senior. This is a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy start, though, for a formation.
Well, amazingly, they've sorted it out now, so that's good to see. Yeah, there you can see everyone getting themselves sorted out and ready. The smoke's starting to clear. Are we going? First time of asking. Yes, we are. Here we go then. Across the start-finish line, it's a good start from Caronini, Aluja and Pirovano. Once again, the inside line working on the outside there. Keep an eye on them. You can see everyone trying to gain through. I think, is that Kyuho Lee who's had a brilliant start there? I think he's gained a few places, but that's not a brilliant start at all. The 2-1-2 has rotated, and unfortunately that is Luna Claret, unfortunately, for the Pantano Racing Team, who has tumbled to the back of the field. Crucially, though, Caronini leads the way from Johan Aluja. Biasate is down to 3rd place, maybe even lower.
Yeah, he's had that difficult start from the outside. Yeah, he's down in 5th place right now, down the inside. It's another one of the TB karts on the move. It's Andrea Pirovano, who started quickly in the previous race but faded into the second half. At the end of lap 1, it's Caronini from Pirovano. Aluja, Lewis Bird has had a good start. He's up to 4th place. Biasati 5th. Simic in 6th place ahead of Valsor. Clark, Wisniewski and Alex Lagetza completes the top 10.
Yeah, they do. Back down the inside here. And again, Lewis Bird making that move done. A little bit wide there for Biasati. Everyone just slowing through. Aluja trying to get his position back now at this point of the race on lap number 2. There you can see running a little bit wide there. Is coming under pressure from Nicholas Simek. Is piling on the pressure now. Another one of the EGPs just behind as well. And Biasate, in fact, is that Biasate all the way down there now as well? So Biasate's tumbled down to P5 now. What does that do to the IC? Well, it helps out Danny Caronini, because he's leading the way and he's absolutely fine and dry at the moment. He's cleared by 3/4 tenths of a second now from Pirovano. But Clement Antoine now goes up to 2nd in the IC. Bird down the inside. He gets back up into 2nd place. Lewis Bird is looking really strong in this one, and that may be due to the fact that he might have helped himself out with a fresh set of tyres on the left-hand side of his wagon, but so has a lot of other people.
Yeah, a lot of the drivers at the front of this field have been able to hold on to their materials through the course of today. It's been tough conditions, air temperature up to 20 degrees here in northern Italy. We're on lap number 3. Good progress being made by Cahal Clark, is up 8 spots to 7th. Gustav Wisniewski is up to 8th place. A good drive there. Good to see one of the Polish drivers coming through for KB Racing Experience, who are putting a lot of effort into this IAME Euro Series season. This is a circuit they know well. A lot of Polish drivers race on the Italian racing scene. There's a warning flag for the 228 of Luca Montebello, so that'll be a +5 second penalty. The driver currently 30th on the road.
It's Bello getting a warning flag. He will not like that at all, as Cathal Clark sets the fastest lap of the race. He will like that. So ups and downs in this race at the moment as we're on lap 4. And Carinini again continuing to open up the gap. Bird still in second place, but our eyes are fixated on this battle just that little further down. This is Biasati and Simek, and then his fellow TB Kart racer Pirovano just ahead. So TB Kart 3 drivers within the top 5. They'll be liking that because that's, you know, good results. But, yeah, they won't be fully appreciating the fact that they're not first and second right now. That is currently being done by Zanki Motorsport and Crop Promotion. TPK, Johanna Luja, really, I think he's been a good driver across this weekend. He's had good results, but just, I think, missing that right raw end pace that gets him right to the front here, because he's just positioning himself in those tricky situations that puts him down in that field a little bit. Yeah, and it's difficult running up against teams that know this circuit very, very well, of course. As, oh, down the inside, that's a nice move from Biasate. Some TB Kart versus TB Kart action once again. We saw Biasate go toe-to-toe with Clement Outron in the previous round of heats. That was a bit calmer, that one. I think the wider picture obviously has been spelt out to the TB team, saying, well, you know, we want to get one of those pole positions in the super heats tomorrow. Biasate is best positioned to do that, and that move puts him up to 4th. Also puts him a point ahead now in the intermediate classification of his teammate Clement Outron. Certainly does. On to lap 6 now we go. And again, just controlling the pace there. Everyone moving up. Let's have a look further back in the field. Who's made some big moves there? Robbie Buckley up 10 places. Vilma Svan, also the privateer from Sweden, 10 places gained, just outside the top 10 there in P11. Milan Marjak, 15 places gained in this one. It's up into P16. That is a brilliant run at the moment for Marjak. Really looking strong in this field. There are some big drivers who have dropped down the order, unfortunately, Greece's victory lane, but we'll come back to that as Biasate down the inside of Pirovano moves back up into 3rd place now and is on the charge to Lewis Bird. IC, does that change it? Yes, it does. Biasate back into 2nd, Outron back into 3rd. Now a bit of breathing room for Christian Biasate. That's 2 points clear of his teammate now. If he can find a way past Bird, it'll be 3. Danny Carinini is, well, not for the first time this weekend and not for the first time this season, is doing Danny Carinini things at the front of the order. 1.1 seconds clear of this battle now for 2nd place. As here goes Biasate down the inside of Bird. That's another great move by Biasate in and through turns 11 and 12. Gets him up to 2nd place now. Have they got the pace to close in on Danny Carinini? Recent history would suggest the answer is probably no, but you never can be completely sure of that in karting. We've got 4 laps to go. The lead is 1.4 seconds. Let's keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on the sector times as well through that one, because there are purple sectors coming in throughout this race, but they're coming from further down in the field. Kevin Bress, fastest in Sector 1, Sector 2. Is Kyuho Lee, the South Korean driver for EGP Racing, who's currently in 13th place, is the fastest driver on track and purple in Sector 2. So again, it just shows that the pace is happening all the way throughout the field here right now. Here's a replay of an incident here. What is happening down the inside? This was, I think, the change here further down as Pirovano getting past Nicholas Simek there. Yeah, that's a swap between teammates for 4th place. There's a warning flag for the 255 of Elia Weiss, so that'll be 5 seconds added to the race time of the 255. 3 laps to go. At the front of the order, still going out. It's now 1.6 seconds for Danny Carinini, and you would think that this is the phase of the race where Danny Carinini starts to conserve tyres. Don't know what he's going to need to do with them tomorrow, of course. Has put a new set on the left-hand side for this race. But another new fastest lap of the race from Kyo Lee, as that is down the inside. Nicholas Simek going through
past Pirovano, so back round for 4th place. Look at Cathal Clark. This is a good run for Cathal Clark down the inside. Pirovano once again on his teammate Simic, and Clark's going to try and wrestle his way through as well. He's going to have to give that one up though. He's going to be on the outside through turn 15. Juan Aluja looking to have a fast end to this race. 2 laps to go, and yes, Carinini is now in conservation mode. It's just started to back the pace off. The gap is down to 1.4.
It is, so gap is going down just fractionally now, 1.3, but again, time is running out much faster than what that gap is closing in at, so I suspect it will be all she wrote. Danny Carinini looking strong at the front of this one. Bird not close enough for an attack either on this as well, so this kind of puts it in a stalemate at the moment. Danny Carinini doing exactly what he needs to do here. He's looking for an absolutely perfect weekend right now in this championship. Like a reminder back for the seniors in the championship, Danny Carinini did do well in the intermediate classification and the superheats. He came 2nd in that. He got the 9 points just behind Marcus Lucio. He got the 10. But it was the final at Zuera where it all went a bit P-tong for him. He only got 4 championship points, so he was still in point-scoring positions, but it's only the top 15 that get that, and then, of course, that means he was quite far down in the order outside the top 10. Yeah,
it was a race that didn't really... It just didn't work for him, did it? He was outside of the top 10, yes, still in the championship points, and you never know, those could be 4 important championship points, you know, when we go to Germany, when we go to Belgium later in the year. But I don't think he's going to be thinking too much about that right now, because he's in the lead of this one. He's dropped the pace back. He's in the lead by over half a second. Danny Carinini has had a supreme couple of days and is the victor again through the qualifying heats. A perfect run, a dominant performance here in Franciacorta.
It certainly is. Danny Carinini takes pole position for Superheat 1. Christian Biasati, who's down there as well, will take pole for Superheat 2. No one will be able to beat Biasati, as Utron has 9 points, Ferrari has 10, Lucio 13, Dragan 16 as well. So they can't score, if they win, they can't score lower than that. That's it. They won't gain any more positions. So Danny Carinini and Christian Biasati secure the pole positions, and there they are side by side together out on track. And well, that is only a taste of what we're going to get for tomorrow. Superheats will be there, but of course we've still got 2 more qualifying heats to determine where the rest of the grid will start for tomorrow. We know who our pole sitters are, but who could be alongside them for those qualifying heats tomorrow, or the superheats tomorrow? That is the ultimate question. Well, drivers will make their way back into Parc Fermé. We'll have a quick chat with some of our drivers, but there's a look at the provisional classifications at the end of it. Danny Carinini, Biasati from Bird, Pirovano from Simic, Clark, Aluja, Price from Wisniewski, Castellozzi from Swan, Machado and Marzak rounding out the top 13. 18 positions gained for Marzak, 12 for Machado, and Vilma Swan 10 positions gained. Kira Lee finishing in 14th place from Arthur Fasort, rounding out the top 15. Robbie Buckley in 16th place from Legezza, fortunately dropping down 11 positions in that race. Connor Grant from Ruben Moya